sick. Do you think that there's like, you know, certain groups that kind or certain group that kind of, I don't know, pushes their tries to insert their own nation's interest into our
China. China, but I don't think it's that deep. I think it was enough propaganda to get one of these fucking lunatics pissed off to take things matters into his own hands.
Oh, as far as the shooter goes, I agree. I don't think the shooter has anything to do with Israel or anything.
Same here. Same
here. I mean,
new conspiracy going on. Have you heard the latest one?
What? Which one?
So apparently, the conspiracy goes something like this: is that there's a group of there's a cell of trans activists that are going around planning these things, and so the shooter, the guy that yelled and obfuscated things at the first, that guy that they arrested at first. Supposedly he was actually hired by this group, and then it's a group. It's apparently a group on Discord, and they planned out the whole attack ahead of time. It was multiple people, trans activists type of people. That's the story I've heard, and it's it was the guy's boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, is trans. They called him the roommate at first, but it's actually his partner.
Well, yeah, it is his partner. So, I mean, multiple sources have confirmed that. Now, there are some weird things that happened. There is, I don't know who it is, but there was an account where there was a...
they knew what was happening before it was going to happen, or they...
Yeah, it was somebody said, the day before, and it was a picture of a trans woman saying something's big is going to happen. Charlie Kirk is coming to my school to speak, and it's just that's weird. It could be a coincidence. I have no way of knowing.
Well, I said Charlie Kirk was coming to my school to speak, and then a little bit later, and then something big's going to happen tomorrow. That's what it said.
It's in my profile right now.
The woman is not related to the account.
No, this person actually goes to the same university, UVE, or whatever, Utah Valley, whatever university. And this person actually stated the day before, said, "Oh, Charlie Kirk's coming tomorrow. Somebody should obliterate."
Check your facts. That's so the person in the
picture. Okay, I'll read the fucking. I'm not talking about his partner. It says Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope someone evaporates him literally. It says let's just say something big will happen tomorrow.
So the Omraz account, right? Okay, is not attached to the person in the picture. Somebody took those two pictures and took the Twitter account of the person that put Omraz and then added that picture to it.
No, we get it, but that's not the point of contention. The point of contention is that it's really weird. Because I remember when I don't know if it's still up, but I remember when it was up, somebody said that. Somebody actually posted that on Twitter the day before. And once again, it could be coincidence, but it was very odd that that happened.
That trans people saying that they want to kill Charlie Kirk.
Well, I mean, there was also some book published back in February, I think, that was talking about Antifa having a activist.
No, I said Trans-Tifa.
Trans-Tifa?
Yeah, that's the new nickname for these trannies on the campus.
Yeah,
they're called Trans-Tifa because they all.
I mean, a lot of them are homosexuals and kitty diddlers. So
yeah,
it's long been known about Antifa. It's the one way. When you're such a degenerate, what's the one way you can feel special and you're serving a cause and fighting the good fight? So join a group of degenerates and I don't know, do something.
Well, Pepe, I got a really good saying. It says that not all homosexuals are pedophiles, but all pedophiles are homosexuals. I like that. Amazing. Came up with it on that.
Not really. There's a dude on this app that was caught in 4K and he touched a little girl. So.
I'm saying the same. I'm trying to coin it.
I know, but I'm saying the same. I mean, there's like little girls that get touched by weird dudes too, though, which doesn't make sense.
Well, no, that's all.
This is a gross topic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not all pedophiles are homosexuals, but all homosexuals are pedophiles.
That doesn't make sense. No, I don't agree with that. Anyways, I know this room title was not going to. So everybody wants to see me do violent things and call everybody, the N word and all of that stuff. It's what I'm known for.
I got to give you props on the JB room for getting mod.
Yep, got a mod in there. Then Holly ended up, saying like, "Who did that? Like, who is that bitch? Like, excuse me? You were always like kissing ass in this room and shit, and like now all of a sudden you're just like, oh my god." Like, does that woman even have a fucking mind of her own? Like, I'm so disappointed in her. Like, by the way, Pete, you don't have to pick sides. I see Sig, I have a burner. That's not following anybody. So you're never going to find it. And, I will go in there and I will listen on anonymous mode. And, I can see Sig. Sometimes he's in there. Sometimes he's modded up. Abby. All of these people. See, I'm not like Jay. I don't say, how dare you went into his room? You're a fucking traitor. Oh, you fucking faggot. Oh, you suck so much. Like, I don't do that.
Yeah,
but like, all the time. She's one of those people that got bullied into like, oh, I guess you're right. Pepe is a horrible person. And it's just like, dude, he's like bullying you into submission. Like, you don't have to take his shit. Like, it's so weird. And I got so bored of talking about this fucking homo that I just stopped, like I actually kind of stopped making rooms after all that drama because it's just like, well, this app is still gay and boring. And, I just thought it was really funny to show this motherfucker that I don't even make rooms anymore. And like, oh, guess what? But I'll make them at the same time as you. Oh, guess he's getting more numbers. Amazing. Oh, the best moderator in the clubhouse isn't that good, is he? Not that entertaining.
Well, I mean, for the most part, I've left this app for for a long time, and I come back and it's just like the same toxic bullshit.
No, it is.
You know what I mean?
No, it is very toxic.
I go into a room and I get kicked out, and I'm like, why the fuck did I get kicked out? Who was in there that I knew? I pissed off like 2 years ago that all of a sudden sees me in a room and now has to kick me out of the room. You know what I mean? It's stupid shit like that. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't have as much of an issue on Discord as I have on here. That shit.
Yeah, I mean, on here, I will just be like, you filthy nigger faggot. Why did you throw me out of that room? Okay, let's talk about your PTR, you ugly bitch. Like, I go straight to hell. Fuck these people. People say, oh my God, you say horrible shit. No, I actually am like, I'm actually, holy shit. When you see black people, here's fun. Okay, Goats is a good example. Goats again. Okay, he'll be in a room, and he's smarter. He's probably smarter than me and all that shit. But he's also a university professor, so it is what it is. But he'll be like, oh, I hear you talking. No, so it's more nigger babble. Mm-hmm. Nigger babble. Okay, brother, go on with your nigger babble. And I'm just like, like, I can't imagine, like, me saying that shit, even though it's exactly what I'm thinking. It's just like, I watch how they talk to each other. Because, like, white people, we just say what we want to each other, but we have to, like, oh, shit, they're black. We have to be sensitive. But then, but yeah, black people don't have to hold off on us. Like, we have to,
walk on eggshells.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, then like, why should we even debate you guys? You guys are just assholes. And certain stuff is off limits. But yeah, it's kind of funny. But yeah, Goats again, he is funny. He's a I think he's more of a classic liberal, but I don't know.
Did you hear how much of a narcissistic piece of shit fucking Adams was. Every time he'd come off mic, he would bring the conversation back to him and having to call the FBI because somebody threatened him allegedly.
Yeah, well, I don't even want to get into it about Adams. I mean, him and I were cool for years, and so were most of the people in my circles on here. So, I don't. He did say something tonight, like I'm part of the problem. I think he was talking about like violence, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, he was
like, I actually say how it's like this violent. I've said nothing but bad shit about. Like I talk about violent crime and violence in general, saying how it's bad. But I don't sit here and talk about like, oh yeah, you guys, you know what? You just go ahead and find you one of them black men, or you ready to just rope them up, or something stupid like that. Like I don't do that shit. That's like the easiest way to end up on a watch list too. By the way, like advocating for violence.
Yo, did you see Fuentes? It was the only time I've ever fucking agreed with him actually coming out and publicly denouncing all the.
Yeah, he's scared. He's just being a bitch.
I know. I gotta give him props though. He could have went the other way, which is what I was expecting.
I think he's matured. But yeah, he's just kind of scared.
Destiny sucked him off into maturity.
No, and that's like in such a big open secret. Is like we've known about this for years. Like Nick Fuentes is a homosexual. I don't say this because I disagree with them. I don't say any of that. He's actually somebody I was proud of like 6-7 years ago. I remember seeing like this kid and his followers. I'm like, holy shit. Like I have faith in like the younger generation, even though I don't agree with all of his shit. But dude, this guy's never had a fucking girlfriend. It's known that he's, there's a couple of other people that he was known to have, to do stuff with on the right that were not straight. He's you can also look at the times where he's been exposed where like what kind of porn he was looking at when, screen sharing. It's dude, the guy's gay. Like at that age, how can you be like, what is he, like 26, 27? And he's not been known to be with any woman, like at all. But there's definitely the men. There's the porn you've looked at. And why are so many priests gay?
Oh, I think I can answer that.
I let you on. It's not me meeting you, by the way. But if we're not, it's like, dude. Okay, articulate. I'll entertain you if you literally don't disrupt like you usually do. If that's your plan for the evening, I'm just gonna move you to the audience.
See, let me tell you something. What if this was like the Republican George Floyd test, and the Republicans passed it, right? Because they didn't burn down shit. So great, dude. So whoever does less violence is gonna win.
Well, I don't think that. I don't think that's. So it would. I would say that like when it comes to like winning hearts and minds, like the one thing where Democrats do show their ass is that like, look, I'm somebody who's on the right, but if Sam Seder or like, I don't know, Ezra Klein or one of these shit libs was at a university speaking, and I would have heard that bang and seen him bleeding out of the neck and heard that his children were there, and I saw like this is where I think there's a difference, is that if I saw right wingers like laughing about it, like I would actually, there's a good chance I would challenge them to a fight. Like, you think that's funny? All right, well, I don't think you're shit, chump. Like, do you want to see something funny? I'll beat your ass. That is where I would go, because I would find it so repulsive.
You made fun of dead people.
And I'm far more willing to want to discipline people on my side, I guess because they're close to me. It's like, yeah, that's who I want to gauge people.
Because they have integrity for the most part.
Beaver.
Okay, doctor, if you're just, you're going to the fucking audience. He's like, dude, I know you do this on every stage, but you're not funny. You can be you can be entertaining when you center yourself sometimes, but you're just being obnoxious right now. Like, holy shit. But no, I absolutely would.
It's a spiritual war, dude. It's a spiritual war, and you can see on who's on what side. The thing is, it's a spiritual war also in terms of a geopolitical thing, And Israel did take that guy out. Israel took him
No,
out.
they
'cause
didn't.
Of course they did.
No, they
That's-
did.
that's
This is so
plain as day.
retarded.
That's plain as
No,
day.
it's
But
not.
he can still be on the Republican side.
That is the most harebrained bullshit I've ever heard, dude.
Both are true. He was conservative. He had conservative values, so he had all these liberals triggered. And
I understand that he was starting to ask questions about Israel, which a lot of us have had. I'm somebody who's, hold on, shut up. I'm a Zionist, okay?
I'm not private
shut
jet.
the fuck up and let me finish my okay, you stupid faggot. Like, shut up. Like, I support Israel as a state. I them existing, defending themselves, all of that. Do I think that they are far too willing to co-opt pro-Israeli shit? Yes, absolutely. Do I find it incredibly fucking irritating? Absolutely. I mean, literally, the vast majority of Americans.
Because I think you guys heard enough. You want to hear the rest of it?
I would like that to be sent to me if possible.
Nah, we good.
Okay, so what do you guys think about that?
I gotta say, I feel changed now. My whole opinion of it has changed. Thank you,
It's
Lisa.
in the chat, whoever's trying to get it. Can put it in the chat.
Yeah, that was some
That's
clean.
really
I thought that was
crazy
very
what John
interesting.
MacArthur said about slavery. I know who John MacArthur is, but I never knew about those comments. That's insane.
Lots of white Christians think that about slavery.
As
I
I
want
said,
motherfucking coworkers tell me to my face.
I knew he said that. And there is the difference between believing in Jesus and being a damn excuse me.
Yes. Say it, sis. Say it, damn it.
Being a follower, between
yeah,
being
put
a
it
follower.
where the ghost can
Plenty
get it.
of people
Right.
can believe in that he walked the earth. That's just a historical fact. So when people say they're Christians, it just means they believe he walked the earth. It doesn't mean they're a follower of him. These people are not followers of his
Right.
teachings.
At all. Hell, we wouldn't have enslavement if they were really following Jesus. But that's a whole nother story.
So it's just, white supremacy wrapped in the cross. But
There it is.
again, that's
Oh, I love that. White supremacy wrapped in the cross.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
There it is.
but
There it is.
But you got
the Ku Klux Klan was a Protestant
They was a Christian boy
Christian group.
that lighting the cross was lighting the way. That was a Christian
Protestants?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes,
hell
they
yeah.
were.
And they could not stand the Jews.
Yes, the KKK were big lost boys. Yes.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Wow.
They were the poster child. Yes, for WASP. Yes.
So the Christianity stuff it's convenient, right? And then also it's also convenient so that the distinction between Muslims and Islam can be even more directly related to, like, this is God versus the devil,
Yes.
right? This is the new Crusades. This is Jesus versus Muhammad. So it's
Oh yeah.
It sounds like the Palestinian people that be on the streets every day rioting with Antifa.
But that has been, white Christianity has been a problem for a very long time.
A long time. It ain't some new shit.
Yeah, this can even be tied into like what's happening in Israel and why Christian Zionists are extremely dangerous and how white Christian evangelicals are tied into that. They were also tied into the adoption of Indigenous children and displacement of Indigenous children. I mean, there's like a whole thing that rabbit hole you can go down when it comes to white Christianity and what it has done to this nation and Black people of color. It's actually just
Right, because they don't care about the people in Israel. They want that shit because of the rapture. They don't give a fuck about the people in Israel.
How do you know that? How do you know? They told you?
Because that's a Christian doctrine.
Oh, they told you that?
What's wrong with the Christian doctrine? What's wrong with the Christian doctrine? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You need to check your Palestinian people first.
In the 1930s, 20% of the KKK was white Protestant. 20% of the population was in the KKK, and they were white
And
Protestant.
they were Democrats, just like the Antifa.
They ain't Democrats no more.
They're not Democrats now.
Not since Reagan.
I mean, wasn't Trump endorsed by David Duke? So I'm confused.
No, they call what you call it. They call Antifa now. They don't call it by.
No, David Duke is
Antifa ain't got shit to do with the Klan. They're not burning no fucking
David
crosses.
Duke is Antifa?
No, they're trying to burn federal buildings down in Portland.
So David Duke is Antifa now? Like, so David Duke openly endorsed.
I suggest anyone watch the DSA Utah
All right, I'm
videos.
just gonna skip over
These people are evil.
Answering her question.
Not Grand Wizard David Duke.
These DSA Democrats are evil.
What I said about him not being able to answer questions.
Yeah, I'm talking about Grand Wizard David Duke.
Right.
He publicly endorsed President Trump, and Omar keeps skipping.
He also
over
endorsed
that.
Hillary Clinton too later on.
But who became president? Like, what is your point? Like, at the end of the day,
So Nick Fuentes also endorsed Biden. What do you want? What do you want me to do?
And what we're not going to do is keep interfering with the female talking, a woman talking on the stage. Can you please let her finish, and then you can come back and retort with an answer, and not just more,
But I think the important point to take away is that because this has been so intricately linked with religion, that we do have to be careful in the ways we approach both talking to people who have been radicalized in this bullshit, but also making sure that we can't, not letting people rewrite history and idolize this person, because they're gonna try and make a statue for him or something. They're gonna try and make a holiday.
Yeah, that's already done. They should be guilty. It's already done. Y'all made him a martyr now. Unfortunately. The killers did it.
Okay, Trump in the right.
But do you know how words work? Y'all is not the killers.
Trump and the right have been very
y'all. They're not talking about you guys. I mean, it's not.
Y'all. That's what y'all means. I'm sorry that you don't have a good command of the
He was killed by
that's what y'all mean.
Trump and the right have been very strategic in using Christianity and, galvanizing the Christian base in their favor. If you go to places like the Midwest, I'm assuming that most of us live in the cities, or we live on the coasts, right? Where we're not going to see these commercials. We're not going to go to these types of churches. And they have been very strategic at having they've been very strategic about having a stronghold specifically in the Midwest. Wait, somebody's talking.
You're the only one speaking.
Oh, I keep hearing someone. I'm sorry. They've been very strategic about who they are speaking to, going to churches in the Midwest. If you see the commercials in the Midwest, you would be alarmed by what you will see. It's a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies supporting the right, demonizing the left. That is what they've been doing. They have been using evangelical.
Is this Turning Point? Sorry.
No, it's just Trump and his base. Trump and his base have been doing that. Yeah, that's what they've been doing. They have been using evangelical churches to, get voters, to radicalize people. If you go to these churches, if you see the commercials, it's insane. It's like going to another world. And so I think a mistake that we oftentimes do because we live in cities or we live in coastal states is that we forget about what's happening in the Midwest, what they are seeing, the messaging that they're receiving, and it's very different from what we're seeing.
It's very
Can I get a moment to respond, Lisa?
Here's the thing, okay? So go ahead, Omar.
So the left has been losing Christians well before Trump came on the scene. You can go back to 2012, the Tea Party. So factually, you have to actually go further than that to actually look at how the left has been bleeding out Christians.
That was never my point. Yeah.
So you can see the propaganda is not from Trump. See,
that was never my point, Omari.
This is a one-on-one conversation, Deborah, between her and I, not
Omari,
you and I.
That was never my point. My point is that they're using evangelical churches.
But you keep saying Trump name. That's been going on longer, well before. So I need you, like culturally said, words matter, so you need to say.
And my words were very clear and specific. If
Why are you gonna hear me when I'm talking?
saying that's on you. I was very
Honest
specific.
as well. Honest as well. Okay, so
Can we agree that the right has been doing this longer than Trump? Can I ask her a question? Can I get her to agree on that?
dude, she's not gonna agree with you. Dude,
Can you agree that the right has been using like they've been going to the right longer?
Your argument is essentially that Trump has continued right-wing tactics, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to agree with me. Can you agree that that's been going on?
Why is
before?
that an agreement when you can't even answer my questions that I'm asking earlier?
You didn't even ask me a question.
Yes, I did, and you
Really wish I had some coffee right
That's a
now.
good question. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So then your question isn't good there. It's just